Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to do an eye makeup with you that I've been loving, and it's really easy, super basic. If you're going to like a wedding or something, this is what I would wear. It's also practice because my best friend is getting married this year. I have my outfit. All I have to do now is get the glam plan. So let's just jump into it. I'm using my favorite primer right now. This is the Sigma eyeshadow primer in the shade Ignite. It's a really, really good primer, but you gotta blend quickly. It dries and it's pretty bulletproof. I like the tone of this one. I could see myself adding this to my kit. I almost bought a second one, but I'm kind of on a no buy. Urban Decay sent me a new primer that I'm using for my pro kit, so it's like, do I have to have it? Ugh. I shouldn't. Let's start. This is an easy look and it just requires like a few steps and a bit of building. So we're gonna go in with this shade here. This is such a pretty peachy shade and I was loving it today, and then I realized that in my color analysis, she told me that I belong in kind of light peaches. And I felt like for once, oh, maybe I'm making some good glam decisions sometimes. So we're just gonna go ahead and get this in the crease of the eye. I'm using a Zoeva Luxe crease brush. I bought this at TJ Maxx, so I don't know if it's easy or hard to come by because the Zoeva brushes that I have, I think they're all like old. I always feel bad because this is what I'm using, but I don't know if they're available. And then we're just slowly blending this out and dipping into this kind of neighboring color just to soften those edges. Going pretty high into the crease. I would never do this with a cooler or a darker tone, but this is a pretty non-offensive mid-tone that you can go pretty high into the crease with. And then we'll just go into these shades right here. I love a little mixture action. Also, did I mention, this is the viseart Neutrals 25th Anniversary palette. It seems, maybe it's because my Neutrals palette that I already have is old. It's in my pro kit. This one seems better. It seems like the formula is a little bit more smooth. The shades are a little bit more popping. It's like kind of a little bit more of a luxurious experience. I think when they repackage out of their old plastic cases, I think they may have changed some things. Not positive, but I think so. So let's take a little bit of the same color on this bigger brush and just start blending it out. Man, this is a really good neutral palette, especially since I think they had a reformulation because I swear it's different than it was. I swear it's different than it was, but I could be wrong. I just realized I should probably bake a bit. Remember when I tried to DIY my own Givenchy powder? This is that. So if you wanna know what the powder is, I'm so sorry, but this is a custom mix. I did it in shorts and I mixed a bunch of powders, DIY my Givenchy, and it works great. Look at the brightening action. I think it's because there's lavender in there. If you have a lavender powder, I swear, mix it with a neutral one. It becomes the most beautiful shade. Lavender on its own sometimes is a little severe, so I like it mixed. And we'll just keep blending. And this is a good start. Let's get some lighter shades on the lid. I'm gonna start here and move on in. I like flat brushes for getting the color on the lid because then I can be a little bit more precise and get it right underneath that crease of the eye without disrupting, you know, the work that we already did. Now we'll go in with that lighter color. I apply it like a cut crease, but then I do go in and I blend them together a bit. So let's take this brush here. It doesn't have anything really on it. We're just gonna soften our blend and see if we need to add more depth. I think we could afford a little right in the crease. So let's go in with, say, maybe this brown. And just add our color right into that outer part of the eye. Not too far in because dark gets really dark on me. It depends on the person and the eye shape, but on some of us, dark gets dark quickly. And on some of us, it takes quite a lot of building. It's funny because some of my clients, I'm like, man, I'm going to town and this looks like nothing. So just blending in little circles. Lately I've been using a lot of What's Up beauty brushes. I really like these. The set is a little expensive. It's like $100, but I've had these, I want to say like over a year now, and they're in really good shape. I clean them a lot and no problems there. And lately I've been obsessed with this eyeliner. This is by a brand called Espressoh. This is the shade Moka. And this makes a beautiful winged liner. So to expertly apply a winged liner without giving that many fucks, you just apply a big chunk of liner to the outer corner and then you pull it out with your brush. See what I mean? We didn't have to work too hard and there's a wing there now. Usually I'm a little bit more careful, but when I'm shooting, to be honest, I am a lot messier than usual because my mirror is so far. If I was just doing this to entertain me or to go somewhere, I would hold a mirror up. And man, that does make it easier to hold the mirror up. So now let's do the other side. And again, pop that outer corner on, kind of like a chunk. Like, let the pencil drag, who cares? Unless you want it really thin, then don't. But then you just take it and pull it out with an angle brush and let the angle brush do the work for you. See what I mean? Then go ahead and pull that liner in across the eye. And you guys, I can't get enough of the tea. Did you guys see the makeup artist? This makeup artist was invited to this girl's wedding to do makeup and she got kicked out for egregious behavior. And it's like a whole long, everybody's jumping on the train. It's the craziest thing. If you haven't seen it on TikTok, I beg you to go. I reposted one of the videos, so if you go to my TikTok and look at my repost, you can find the 3-part series that was like reposted by somebody. Because there are experts on the matter. And like, not even me. I've posted about it a bunch of times, but there are some real experts out there. Because also, I don't have any tea on my own. I have been dating. And some crazy stuff has been happening, but I need to get through it before I can talk about it because it's crazy. I am smudging this out with some dark brown. And also for a second, I was like dating somebody who's like very private and kind of like policing me a bit. So once that's all blown over, then I'll tell you about it. Because I was just fully policed and I'm kind of only just coming out on the other side. And look at that gorgeous liner. Now, a big eye needs a big lash. And I've been in my glam era. It's September. How good is it to be in a season where we can properly do the glam? Summer's over. It's time for heavy makeup again. And I am obsessed with this Zuly lash from this girl, Jojo Beauty Consulting. It's like a small business. She's out in Florida. She's a working makeup artist. Working makeup artists, they just know what's up. I love shopping brands from working makeup artists. There's nothing like it. So these are the shade. These are the ones Zuly. She sent me a bunch. I have been sitting on a large stock of these, to be honest. But I'm gonna use some for weddings and stuff. They're $8.99, which I feel is a good price point. These are already trimmed because I've already worn these a couple times. I will wear mine until they look gross and then I'll throw them out. I'll wear them until I leave them on the wrong surface and they get dusty. That's gross too. I'll throw them out at that point. But I do try to wear my like fancier strips longer. And I do always recommend applying a strip lash with a tweezer because you can pull that lash right into the lash line so that you're not getting any kind of a wonky vibe. And then after you place it, you pinch, pinch, pinch into the lash line to make sure, again, that you're not gonna be wonky in 2 hours. That would be the worst. Lashes are on. I have such a crazy bake that I feel like there's powder in my upper lashes a little bit. So let's just pop a little mascara right at the base. And then apply some more, because more is more. I love a thick lower lash line. And lately I've been a matte girl in the skin and in the eye, but I think it would be fun to just add a little bit of shimmer to the brow bone before we move on. When I bake, I like to press the bake back into the under eye to remove it, as long as my skin isn't too matte. And I feel like I'm just getting that good brightness as a result from mixing so many powders together. But what I'm really seeing there is the lavender powder. It's so worth wearing. It's so worth adding a little lavender into your like pink or peach or whatever correctors you guys have. And let's grab a little bit of shimmer from the Dewdrops palette. This one has a more pinky reflex, so I think this would be a safer bet. Woo! Okay, so to be honest, this is so cool. I wouldn't wear this part of the makeup to a wedding like I referenced before, but I just wanted something fun for today. Like no matter where you put it, you get a lot of pop. I'm also going to add a touch of highlight, just matte highlight, to the inner corner of my eye. Whenever I feel like I'm doing quite a heavier eye that might overwhelm me, I like to open it up in the inner corner. I don't know if it's just a suspicion or if it's real, but I feel like it opens up the face a little bit when things are kind of getting closed off with a deep dark eye over here. Today I'm using this really busted lip liner. It's Foxy Brown. It just is like, it went through the washing machine at one point, but it's still in good shape. So slay, Charlotte. And I've had this pencil for ages. It lasts a long time. It costs a lot, but at least it lasts, you know? And now we're gonna pop on some Made by Mitchell. Should I do extra cream or nude rinse? Why not maybe see how nude rinse is, and then maybe we'll add extra cream if it's not nude enough, you know me. That's nude enough. And I don't know if I've expressed my love for these yet. I think I have. This is the YSL. Mine is kind of busted. It's used, you know, it looks used. Rouge Volupte Candy Glaze in the shade 2, which I think is just the pinky glow one, or like it's basically clear, but they call it pinky glow. It's not even pink, it's clear. And it's beautiful. It doesn't disturb the lip. That's a little nude though, isn't it? Did you ever think you'd hear me say that? That's too nude. How has this happened? How could it be? Okay, that's nice. That's better. Maybe let's even go in with a drop. I have the Clarins Black Lip Oil, and I have been using this with the Made by Mitchell, so maybe this is a good option because it darkens things. Yeah, that's better, but now it's too dark. So let's touch and go a little bit of this. A little. And I used extra cream, wrong one, oh well. And yeah, I think that's it. I already have a lot of makeup on my face because I've been on the internet, on TikTok, talking smack today. There's a little blush and stuff left over in this brush because I found this old Hourglass palette in my drawer. I lost it, but I found it, right? It was just in the drawer, but it was smothered under all these kind of like old discontinued palettes that should be dead and gone, but I still just have them because I have emotional attachment. So I found this. So beautiful. They come out with one of these palettes every year, and every year it's slightly different. So I tried to purchase it already actually at the pro store, and they're like, we won't get it probably till late September or something. So stay tuned for that. I'll be buying another, I think, and for my pro kit, because I have two now, this one and that one. That one's almost empty, and this one is on its last legs too. But it has like these They're like sheen powders. It's almost like a highlight. You can really even set the face with it, though it's not completely matte. And it's just a beautiful palette. There's a bronzer and 2 blushes. We need more of a good thing. So you guys, this is our glam. Bit quick and easy today because I've been, I have raging PMS, to tell you the truth. And I want to overshare and I want to talk smack, but I'm tired and I'm in pain. And I don't have any of my own drama. So I have been talking smack on TikTok. I know a lot of people don't cross over because it's like a suspicious app to some people, but the TikTok lore goes crazy. Thank you guys for getting ready with me, and I'll see you for the next one.